The East African community is on fire as we speak, and mainly it's because of the battle over who is to host the East African Monetary Institute. Now there are two main countries in this quest, that's Uganda and Tanzania. Now let me first tell you a little background about the East African community. The East African community was started in 1967 by mainly three countries, Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Of course, along the way, things started happening the other way around when when Uganda got another president, a tyrant president, that's Idi Amin Dada, who caused the collapse of the community in the 1970s. So in 1999, they sat in Arusha, Tanzania. I'm talking about Uganda's president, Kenya's president, and Tanzania's president to revive the East African community. And in 2000, it was all rectified and the community was back and running. In 2007, Rwanda and Burundi joined the East African community as well. And in 2016, South Sudan finalized with its papers of joining the community. Now, as we speak, there is good news. The Democratic Republic of Congo, as of this year, has also decided to join the East African community, making the community as big as it can be with 7 members. So now, in 2013, there is something that was agreed on by the East African community members, and that is the East African Monetary Union. This union is supposed to be the third pillar of the 4 pillars of the East African community. And these 4 pillars are East African Customs, East African Common Market, and East African Political Union. The Monetary Union would eventually lead to the Political Union. But now, the question is, who is going to be the host of the East African Central Bank? That is the main bone of contention. And see, let's look at some little history of the East African Monetary Union. In 2013, Burundi, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda and Rwanda signed a joint protocol. This protocol was aimed at making sure that there is furtherance of regional integration and there is movement towards the single currency. So this protocol was supposed to help us understand the step-by-step process that is going to be taken by these members in order to achieve the common currency goal that they set by 2024. However, in 2015, all these plans started failing when they failed to establish the East African Monetary Institute. And now, the plans are back on. In 2019, East African member states, through their Council of Ministers, agreed that actually the date of 2024 or the goal of 2024 is not going to be easy to achieve. So they had to reset the deadline for when they will achieve the single currency. But before we can even talk about the single currency, we have to first make sure we have an institution which is going to be responsible for the same, and that is the East African Monetary Institution. Now, countries were asked to send in their pitch, and Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Burundi were the people who came in. They stepped up and they all presented. When they made their presentations, there was a committee that was set up and they sent those different people to different countries to check out and verify which country would be the best to host this institution. And the report that was finally came up with showed that actually Tanzania was the best fit to host this institution.
But the first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for EAC Affairs, Rebecca Kadaga, has revealed that Uganda has rejected this decision.
It is true that a verification committee came here, but we are not satisfied with the evaluation because they used the very fraudulent rationale for giving the Tanzania a priority. They claimed that Tanzania does not have enough institutions of the community. Therefore, they should have the central bank. And yet we are aware that the headquarters of the community is in Arusha, the Legislative Assembly is in Arusha, the Court of Justice is in Arusha. So what they were saying is that, the council has never taken a decision formally, but de facto they are there. So we are not satisfied. So we rejected that report, and we agreed that instead we are going to sit down and distribute the remaining institutions, the number of institutions which are supposed to come after the central bank.
Now, Uganda wants the decision of the verification team reviewed so it can host the EAC central bank.
Uganda also said that there is actually a 6-story building where they are going to host this bank. It also said that they actually have land already where they will be constructing headquarters of the community once this is allowed and permission is granted. So now the question is, which country is best suited to host such a key institution for the East African community? Because this institution is the one that eventually will turn into the East African Central Bank. And once we have the East African Central Bank, we are talking about the East African Common Currency, guys. Once we have the East African Common Currency, we are talking about better trade, we are talking about better fiscal policies, we are talking about better infrastructure, and we're talking about eventually a political union. What are your views? Which country do you think is best suited to host the East African Monetary Institute, for that matter, the East African Central Bank? Use the comment section below and type what your opinion is on this whole controversy and this whole story. What's your opinion?